Welcome back to the Old Colony Cast podcast about all things Plymouth and surrounding areas. I am one of your hosts, Andy, joined by other host, Hanna.
Hello.
And our eye-catching editor, Fish.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have another editor?
No, I mean, that's pretty much it.
Wow.
I mean, it was just like the last thing you said was eye-catching. So it just
that is the lowest.
Just be happy the last thing you said was eye-catching.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take the win.
Yeah.
Yellow.
So. Any updates?
It's funny to us because we just recorded it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing has come to light for us in the
Sometimes
3 minutes.
it does on the second time around for me.
Or just sometimes you're like, oh, you know what I forgot to mention?
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm trying to think if there.
we
Oh,
forget?
I do have an update. Wait. So okay. The Shishigahama.
Okay. I saw
Yeah, that
something.
showed up in the news. Yeah, it was on the,
people were up in
Independent.
arms
Yeah.
about
Yes.
like who they're sending.
They were.
Maybe it was just like a Facebook comment because they like listed who was going.
Yeah.
And it was mostly like town officials. Am I getting that correct?
I think it's 10 adults, 10 kids.
Okay.
It's like one for one.
You know how people are on.
Yeah.
You know, they were all like, "Meh,
it
there
fish?
should be, huh?
No. Look,
No.
I stand by my opinion.
We know how you feel.
that, like, if you work for the town, you can only go once.
Yes.
And then you are,
Yeah.
because
If
frankly.
that, I think you should need to apply too, like the kids
yeah, oh,
do.
no.
Yeah.
Like, there should be an employee lottery
Round.
system.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I agree.
It was kind of that. It was that kind of statement, but with zero reference. You know, so it's just like, oh, it's taxpayer. You know, these things should be for kids. You know, and I think then someone's like, oh, kids are going. You know, that
Yeah.
kind of-
yeah,
you
it's
know.
like,
Yeah.
we just don't name the kids because
yeah.
they're minors.
They're
and you
children.
just do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
There are 10 kids. These are the adults who are sent as technically their supervision.
It was, you know,
Also, one adult per child seems like a weird ratio for a trip.
It is. It's like teachers and stuff too, though. It's
Yeah,
not
which
just like
cool.
town
Send the
admins.
teachers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it seems grifty.
Definitely, I think there should be a lottery system
Yeah.
for people who specifically work in town admin
Yeah.
of some kind. I think that's a good idea.
but I think if you're going to make a lottery,
Like if the select board wants to go,
yeah,
it shouldn't be every single person every single time.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
But I mean, I also think not sending someone from the select board is
No,
kind
you
of,
should
yeah.
do one or two.
But if you're gonna have a town employee lottery, it's like it should be town employee. Like
Yeah.
the guy in the DPW
Right.
could be like, "Hey, I'm going to."
to Japan.
I think
Why?
you're right,
Because I work for the town, and they send a town employee, and it's random.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you get like,
But I think not. I think every time there should be a selectman.
I find with a selectman.
Yeah.
And also, we told you the application process for the kids
Yeah. There's like
Yeah.
should be the same,
Yeah.
honestly. Except for maybe like the selectmen, because they go through an application process when they
Yeah.
do get the selectman
Yes,
job.
we
Yeah.
have those. We call them elections.
The title, so
Yeah.
that's fine. But anyway, so they're there.
They're there right now.
They're there right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
My friend's son is
and
there.
they're calling in live right now.
No.
As Hannah picks up her phone, it's like, hold on, I think
Hey,
I
we can do that.
this.
We have that equipment.
Please don't. I think it's like 3 a.m. for them right now.
No, my friend's son is there now, but they got there right when the tsunami warning was happening.
Ooh, that's
Ooh.
scary.
Yes, so they kept them safe and at a hotel kind of further away. And this is my a little clip it. It's my friend's son
Oh, cool.
speaking.
Yes.
Shout out to Lindsay.
Shout out to Lindsay's kid.
Yeah. Shout out to Lindsay's
I don't
kid.
wanna
What did-
disclose who he
I was gonna
is.
say, what did Lindsay do?
I mean,
I mean, you know, birth him and raise him, but whatever.
yeah.
She's done a lot.
Yeah.
That's how we found out she wrote his application for him.
No. She's legit. They're legit. She but it
Blowing
was
this whole thing wide open, Hannah.
so cool. And
is cool.
she's been sharing updates of their trip and like all that kind of stuff for everyone on her Facebook. It's been neat to see kind of the everything come to fruition that we were talking about before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is wild that it went from I've never heard of this
Yeah.
to oh look, these are the kids got like
Yeah.
it went from something I'd never heard of to it comes up both on the show and then actually
Yeah, I like go and get ice cream with this kid.
Maybe if Lindsay's cool with it, he could write like a little statement and we could
Yeah.
like read it on about like his experience and what he
what
thought.
I did on my summer vacation.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
I'll ask her.
Yeah. If that's cool with them. And of
Yeah,
course.
we'll see if they're interested. But that's not what we're talking about today.
Well, we just did talk about it today.
But
Yeah,
we're going to talk about something else for real.
What else are we
At
for
length.
real
What
talking
else are we
about?
talking about today, Hannah?
More at length, because that's really all I have on that.
What
It's
what
been
lengthy are we talking about?
cool. So, our previous episode,
Bum bum bum.
we talked about the Boston Commons.
Previously on the old colony cast.
Oh, I do want to point out it is just common, not commons.
I can't not add the S.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know.
New
I'm
England.
just. I just want you to acknowledge that.
Listen,
you're
we
wrong
drop our
every
R's
time.
and we add our S's.
It's weird because I don't think I've ever heard it as commons.
Oh, really?
It's always common.
I've definitely called it commons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've written off your knowledge, your ability to speak English, Andy.
I even
Fine.
wrote it as Commons.
Yeah.
The Commons.
Because that's the common way to say it. Yeah. These are the jokes.
So the reason why that popped up and inspired me to do an episode on it is because I was sent this thing, a blip of a history blip on TikTok from my dad, and it was about the trees that we talked about.
Oh, you did say we were going to talk more about it, and then you never
And then we
mentioned
didn't
them
talk
again.
more about them.
Yes.
Yeah, they
'Cause
were-
we're talking about them now.
They were old English elms.
Yes.
Right? Then,
Well,
like,
they're
they're
English elms
English
that have
elms.
to be
And
old.
they're
and
just
they're
not
the
very old.
oldest trees ever to exist, or something.
in
something.
this
something.
hemisphere. They're the
In this
oldest
hemisphere.
trees.
Yes, that's what I said.
So where am I?
Oh, they're not going to. Never mind.
What?
I was going to jump right to the end. I feel like every time I hear something about the oldest tree, it's some chucklehead accidentally cuts it down.
No. So
And this lovely desk that we're recording on right now.
these two trees, from me looking into them, inspired the Boston Common episode,
Okay.
but also led to me going down a rabbit hole about someone specific who had a great deal to do with these trees.
John Hancock.
No, not him. That would be a crazy episode. I'd be like, we're gonna do John Hancock right now. Buckle up. It's
Yeah.
gonna be in a long one. No.
And also, he planted some trees.
yeah. No. It was the arborist who took care of them,
Okay.
who is not super well known.
Did not
Never
sign
heard
the
of him.
Declaration of Independence.
No.
And this is recent history. But he,
The arborist is recent?
yes.
Okay, so he's taking care of them
mean-
recently, not.
Yes.
So
Okay.
yeah, the trees are still alive and thus still being caretaken.
Well, no,
Yes.
I'm just
Yeah.
like,
No, but
in my head, immediately went to.
Oh no, I got there. No,
Yeah.
Andy, I was
on the other side.
right there with you
Okay.
in the. Wow, he's the immortal arborist.
No. So he
That's-
was of regular mortal age,
Okay.
taking care of the trees most recently in their history.
Okay, so he's the most current
Is he
arborist.
still?
He's not at the moment, but I'm going to tell you all about it.
Okay.
Okay.
So these trees, we're going to talk about a little about the trees, and I'll tell you about the arborist.
Okay. I believe they were planted by John Hancock.
they were.
Good pull, Andy.
And
Thanks,
it,
man.
actually, funny enough, it's not exactly 100% credible that he did, but it's most likely that he was the one, as something was mentioned at one point that he likely was the one that put
Okay.
it there.
Like,
during
did he
his
plant it, or did he
when he lived
tell someone to plant it?
No, like he lived there. His mansion was there when he was governor, and was like, let's plant these trees. So maybe he didn't physically plant them, because that
Yeah,
sounds like something he wouldn't.
He seems
his
like he's rich
gardener
enough
did.
to pay
Yeah,
someone
yeah.
else to hold a shovel.
So anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. So these two trees were neglected for many, many years and thought they were going to die for a long time. Until, because they were like falling apart.
No, it was just the way you said that. It sounded like a children's story about like from the perspective of the tree.
Yeah.
See, I went the opposite. I'm like, aren't like every trees in the woods neglected? Like
Many
the vast
trees.
majority of trees we
Yeah.
don't take care of
So I think because
We're not doing
of,
enough to take care of the trees in our woods.
because they're probably like in the city. And,
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
And yes, most trees are living to die, much like all of us and
Wow,
other plants.
that's
Scott,
on this episode of the Old Colony Cast. Andy has a like breakdown.
So these trees, they realized at one point that although these trees looked so shabby, but the life length of them is like 300, 400 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
So they were like, we could do more to take care of these trees to make sure we don't actually lose them earlier than we're supposed to, given that someone of United States importance planted them.
Or
maybe.
ordered them to be planted.
Yes. So although they were surrounded by the city, there's actually some things that kept them safe unintentionally. So the surrounding area of it is cement, granite, marble, whatever the sidewalk
Yeah.
monument enclosing area is, surrounds the roots, and it actually protected it from a lot of diseases that elm trees can get. One of it being is Dutch elm disease.
Yeah, like there aren't many elm trees around here, like at all, and that's kind of why.
No. Yeah.
Like they got absolutely annihilated by Dutch elm disease.
Yes. They also get
That's why we're going to war with the Dutch.
northern tooth.
Northern tooth?
Yeah.
I think it's a is that a
fungus.
beetle or a fungus?
Oh, okay.
It's a fungus, yeah.
Yeah.
That there was one. It's not an elm tree. It was a beech tree, but they're cousins. They that we just lost over by the grist mill from northern tooth. All right, so we just lost a beech tree, a really old beech tree in the front of Jenny grist
To
mill.
Northern tooth?
To northern tooth. It's my favorite mushroom. My favorite fungi.
Your favorite fungi kills
fungi.
trees?
Hannah hates beech trees so much.
No, I love beech trees. In
But
fact,
not as but only to watch them
Is
because
it-
how's her favorite
but I
fungus that
love
kills them?
northern tooth. It looks like it's like a honeycomb from far away. It
Oh,
would look
cool.
like it's like a beehive type of thing, but
Yeah.
it's just the way the mushroom shapes. But most of the fungus is actually living in the heartwood of the tree.
Killing
and
it.
it literally kills it.
Oh, from like the inside.
Yeah, so the fungus itself on the outside looks cool. On the inside, it's doing bad things to trees. So I
Okay.
don't love it for that reason, but I do just I love the name. I love it. Anyway, moving
You
on.
like its
from-
aesthetic.
it
Yeah.
is.
I get it.
So, moving on from that.
Moving on.
They really only started receiving proper care in the 70s by Henry Davis, and that's who I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him. Okay.
Okay.
This was the longest what are we talking about today?
Well, I want to tell you a little bit about the trees
Yeah, no.
slightly again.
I got it.
And so have you seen them recently? Do you
No.
remember anything about them? So they look.
To me, they were just trees. Like I
So
would-
they are certainly not just trees anymore.
I'll be honest,
Okay.
Hannah, I found out they existed last time we recorded an episode
These guys are-
about Boston.
They look ratty.
Okay.
They are the trunks that have been cut down quite a bit, and lots of pruned branches. I don't know that they have leaves because they're living,
Yeah.
but it's sparse.
So it's like one of those things where like most people look at me like, why don't they cut down those trees?
Probably,
Yeah.
honestly.
They look so bad.
They're one of those trees you see that gets filled with bricks to help support the trunk.
Oh yeah.
We've had
That's
a
why
couple
they do
around here. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's when something gets in there that kind of hurts it, softens the heartwood.
Yeah.
They do that to help seal it off, protect it, make sure.
I've
it
seen it. I
doesn't get
never
more
really
damage.
thought to be like, why do they do that?
Yeah, it's a
I thought they were like breaking in
treatment.
witches or something.
It's a treatment.
Get
You get it?
a fish? 'Cause it sounds like treatment.
So Henry Davis was a seasoned arborist and took care of them for like 50 years. Which is
Okay,
crazy.
that's a long time.
For free.
Yeah, for free.
For free.
Okay,
He.
that's a long time for us. For the tree, not so much.
I know. Those things that I just told you about the tree were done intentionally. The bricks to stabilize it, all of the pruning, chopping of the trunks, and things like that are because there's been softened areas of the tree, stuff that was maybe going to endanger the monument, things like
Yeah.
that to help protect it from that.
Did we mention on this that it's around the 54th?
Yeah, so yes, it surrounds.
Yeah.
They are on either side of the 54th Massachusetts Infantry Monument.
I know we mentioned it last episode. I don't think we
Yes,
did this
maybe
one.
not
Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
explicitly this one. So, and if they're unavoidable, if you go there, they're big trees.
Yeah.
They're huge. They are trees that are 400 years old.
Okay.
So, and that's something else to think about because if they were planted in whatever the 1600s.
Yeah.
Well, if they were planted by John
Oh no,
Hancock,
1700. Sorry,
that-
they're 300 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, that is very
They're
like,
wicked old, kid.
Yeah, they're nearing on 300.
Yeah.
And where
Which that's towards the end of their life.
yeah, so 300
Okay.
to 400 years.
Okay.
So they'll be coming up on the 300 years. Because John Hancock would have been after the
Yeah.
the substantiation of the country. So
Yeah, it's wow. I can't believe we just unlocked that John Hancock was hundreds of years old.
yeah, I know. Well, no,
He's-
I was thinking like 1600s because in my mind it was when Boston Common started, but
Yeah, yeah.
John Hancock
Okay,
was
yeah.
obviously not there for that. At least that specific thing to happen.
That's what the mainstream media wants you to believe.
Yeah. So the trees are inspected every 2 weeks, adding fertilizers, compost, soil.
You just sounded like you wouldn't compost. Don't you know?
Yeah. Soil testing, disease prevention tactics, and just different pruning and things that, although they look haggard, they are actually living and by all kind of, I don't know, tree testing, healthy.
Yeah.
So Henry Davis was a Boston-born native. He was born in 1928. He did recently pass in 2022. So he no longer takes care of the trees, but it was a little bit before his passing that he stopped anyways. He was an arborist and a sailor and a Korean War veteran.
And the Lorax.
So if there's any human embodiment, it's this man.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you know, beyond the people who like chain themselves to trees.
Right,
Like, this
right.
is like
They're a bit extreme.
yeah. So he learned to sail as a teen. I'm only saying this because it's important. It's very big part of his life. I read a lot about him through his obituary, so that's where we're gonna get a lot of this info from. On top of different like little articles and things about him that appeared. Not a huge part of our history because he's so current.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think he was an important person to Boston Common.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, if you maintain history, you're an important part of history.
Yes. So 1960s. Sorry. He bought his tree care business in 1957. It was called Load and Treat Specialists. And in the 1960s, he was a big voice in the fight against DDT.
Okay.
Do you guys remember DDT?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 1970s, with a colleague, he found a treatment for Dutch elm disease and virtually helped save whatever pretty much remaining elm trees we have.
Yeah, because there weren't many.
In
Yeah.
this area, yes. Served as director of Friends of the Public Garden until his retirement. So I think he actually started that
Huh.
it's like we have a Friends of the Wareham Library.
Yeah, it's like a nonprofit.
It's like that
Yeah,
nonprofit
yeah, the
group that kind
association
of
that
supports,
helps
Yeah.
fund and
organize,
continue.
And, yeah.
Maintain. In some of this is out of order, so I apologize. This one definitely is. Mayor Thomas Menino declared April 26th of 2013 Henry Davis Day.
That's cool.
So he got some nice recognition
Yeah.
for all of his work with his family. That little blip is definitely way out of order, so I apologize. He sailed internationally with his family. He has several children. I'm saying several. It was like 3 or 4 or something like that.
That's
a lot.
several.
He had a lot of family lineage listed in his thing. It was kids and grandkids, but like a lot of people. So it was sweet to see all of their names mentioned. But it was literally a paragraph. I was like, wow, it's a lot of folks there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he was.
they sailed
90-something.
to Japan,
wow.
to China, to New Guinea. That's what I mean. He wasn't just sailing
That's
around here.
far.
He took
Yeah.
them to internationally.
He went.
I feel like if he was starting his journey now, he'd have a TikTok.
I know.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
like, hey guys, hey fam, I'm out here in the commons taking care of these trees.
He served as president of the Norfolk Fellowship Foundation, helping inmates re-enter society. He was trustee of the Massachusetts Horticultural Society. He was founding chairman of the Massachusetts Association of Certified Arborists. And he also is now the nameship of a scholarship to honor his legacy in arboriculture. Where is that one from? It's from Harrison McPhee Arboriculture.
Is that a school?
It's not a school, but it's just I think it's a foundation.
Okay.
And they provide the scholarship to those who are looking to become an arborist. You can apply and get the scholarship.
That's cool.
Isn't that neat? He was honored as a Renaissance man in that profession, like kind of accelerating treatments and things on trees. He perfected the art and the science of modern arboriculture. So he's like a very profound person in that community, which I was like,
That's crazy.
I don't know anything about this. So
There's always celebrities in every niche.
Yes, there is. And he is. He is and was that. So most passionate about preserving historic or heritage trees. He saved hundreds, but likely thousands, of veteran trees that surround our public parks, institutions, and private residences. He oversaw Boston Public Garden and cared for all those trees for free as well.
That's cool.
So all the trees in the Boston Public Garden.
He's that guy that like you're like, I have an issue with my tree, and your tree guy's like, I have a guy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is out of my hands. You
It's
need
like,
to.
I have a guy for this, and everyone just has him as the guy for this.
He loved to mentor new arborists, so the aforementioned scholarship continues to honor him and his legacy with that. Like I said, he was a father, grandfather. Most of his family still lived in Massachusetts, although when Henry retired at a very late age from everything he did, he retired to Maine and spent his last years living in Washington State, where he passed away at a very old age and had a very...
Who's taking care of the trees now?
I don't know.
What,
There was very little about Henry Davis.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. I mean,
Yes. Like, to look at this and realize along the way, I'm like, to so many people, I'm like, this is just like a guy, but he did so much for the public spaces in Boston. I couldn't not, once I started reading about these trees, and they were like, they were taken care of by Henry Davis for 50 years. I'm like, who's Henry Davis? And obviously, where he's not like a public figure in that way.
Yeah.
There's not too much about him.
He doesn't have a Wikipedia page.
No, but like I was like, I can't talk about these trees and not talk about shed some light on this person who gave a lot to community.
Yeah.
In our local communities, and
Sounds
in
like
a lot of ways by what he did
should
for the
be
arborists.
shouted out.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I cannot not have this episode be about him with as much information as we know about him, because I just thought he was so cool.
He's cool.
What a neat guy.
Yeah, that is like somebody I'd never, like, I barely knew the trees existed. I would have never assumed that there was somebody who's just kind of volunteered to take care of the trees for
a very long time.
ages.
I can't decide if he's the Lorax or if he's an Ent.
Maybe more of like an Ent.
I feel like an Ent. I feel like he's got a big beard and a walking stick.
I didn't see the beard, but maybe at some point in his history he did.
In my mind, he does.
Yeah.
But pretty neat story. A person of note for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, if anyone's gonna
I'm glad they
share his story, it's gonna be
gave him
me.
a day like
Yeah,
that.
they gave him a day.
And then
Yeah,
he got a day. He was just doing basically his job
What he loved.
because he loved what he was doing, and he realized this is something that needed to be taken care of. So he's like,
I feel like he would have been like, this is such a fuss over me. I'm just,
Right.
one of those guys.
well, it's also one of those things where he's like, well, you know what, my grandkids will like seeing me up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Although it would be really funny if he was like, just like acted like a rock star and be like, do you know who I am?
you know who knows who I am? That 300-year-old elm tree knows who I am.
Yeah. But I was excited to read more about him because it felt like everything I read about him was like, oh my God. Like this, I grazed the surface of his sailing adventures. They were talking about like how they were like swept, like taken way off like course and like like find their way back.
And if he took his whole family, I mean, even if it's just your spouse and 4 kids on a international sail across an
Isn't that
entire,
wild?
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's like, how old are these kids?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, and also
like-
be like, I've misplaced a child in a grocery store.
I mean, it's tough to misplace a child in the like the
But if
boats
you do,
on-
it's real bad.
It's like, are we missing a life raft?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just thought he was such a cool guy, had such a cool story.
It is very cool.
Yeah, that's a very cool.
All of his dedication to the Boston Common area and gardens.
In a brave
and above.
In a brave episode for the number of times you had to say arboriculture.
Oh my gosh, I know. I was like, well, such a clunky word.
Yeah,
arboriculture.
Arboriculture.
Yeah, just a fancy way of saying tree farming.
Tending.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah, fair. Tree tending.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I think this part where we stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks for checking out the show today, listeners. If you enjoyed the content today, you can go over to patreon.com/Inebri-art to support the show. You can join over there for just a few dollars a month and help us provide this fun content that you just checked out. You can also email us at Inebri-art.com with your questions, complaints, and concerns, or you can find us on all social medias at Inebri-art or at Inebri-art6 on Instagram. And also don't forget to check out our other shows, Bar Talk Podcast, Old Colony Cast, Inebri-art, and all the other shows on the Inebri-art Network, which you can find at Inebri-art.com. So thanks again for listening.